Welcome to episode 6 of the Game Plan Online. My name is Nick Dillon. This is Paul Mitchell, and our special guest today is Loxton North captain Josh Nelson. Welcome, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Josh.
Great to have you. Great to have you, mate. Well, firstly, mate, just tell us how North's going. Obviously, the loss to Wakery last week, but things are going reasonably well over there at the moment.
Yeah, obviously before last Saturday, things are going pretty well. We were sort of coming into Wakery's game and obviously not looking past that game in the final point. We're in a good spot, but we had a bit of a hiccup on Saturday down at Wakery, and they played well, and we probably played probably our worst game of the year so far. So brought us back to the pack, and that top 5 now, sort of counting Renmark out at this point, is pretty tight, and close games are the ones you need to win early.
Yeah, there are a few people around saying what happens if Wakery lose to you guys last week. That didn't happen, but how did you rate Wakery, Josh?
They were good. They had actually had a couple of players out, and I don't know if our guys sort of took that for granted a little bit. Sort of coming into the game, knowing they had a couple out, and sort of a bit of a mindset thing for those players. But full credit to Wakery, they come out and got on the board early, as well as we did. But we probably just didn't score our goals, and from our turnovers, they capitalised. They run from a half back, and they played well. Their young guys played well, and the guys that come into the team, did the job. So
good, fair enough. Well, one thing I've noticed with Wooly is he doesn't make a lot of changes each week, and maybe you guys have just been a little bit blessed with injury. Well, maybe not though. But he doesn't like to make a lot of changes, and even from year to year, the changes are pretty minimal. Does that help you guys settle as a side and play better football that way?
Yeah, for sure. Like, obviously, having not as many changes, having a settled side is better for us, and that's what we've probably noticed over the last 3 or 4 years with having a little bit of success there. Not having to make those changes other than through injury and things like that. So we make things clear to guys at the start of the season that we've got buys at this time. So if you can try to take your holiday trips around then, so guys are not missing footy through not injury. So it works well, and I think having a steady team and playing together each week, week in, week out, does help for a bit of success.
Definitely.
You've come up against Berry already. They're the surprise packet, I guess, even though people within the club might not think that. How did you rate Berry, Josh?
I thought Berry were good. Like, I didn't play that game, so sitting on the sideline, it was good to watch how they went. I don't know. They have a very strong half-back line, as you can see in some of the votings and stuff like that in your Pioneer, where you got Porter and Safralidis on the half-back flank, and I think that they've got sort of some imports that have come into the team that has helped them out, and I think Terry's obviously. I seen last year, obviously, other than Betbury, when they were losing, they still had some good structures there, and they just needed those couple of extra people in their team. So, I don't know. We got through the first round now, so teams have had a look at them, and they might have worked them out a little bit. So there we go.
Now we've got a viewer question, as we've already gone through. We were going to ask about Josh's nickname, but we've been told to put that one on the back burner. But the question comes from Anton of Loxton North.
Oh, yeah.
And just wants to know, will your knee hold out for the rest of the season?
I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
So, obviously, last year I did it, and then come back and I played a couple of trials, got through a pre-season, and got through the first game, or 2.5 quarters, and then someone just sat on my knee, and that was it. So, I don't know whether it was just a strength thing or it was a mindset thing, I'm not sure. It was the exact same injury on the same knee, but 3 or 4 weeks out now, I'm back in and pulled up fine on Saturday, so
that's good.
Touch wood.
Yeah, because you've had a pretty rough trot over the years with injury, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose other than my neck early, I've had a reasonably good run, and then now with the knee, it's, I suppose, put me back a few steps, and obviously you prime yourself for the start of the season, you get yourself fit, and then to bomb out in the first game is disappointing, but back up and at it now.
Yeah, of course, your neck back in 2006, you see C7 vertebrae, and you've come back obviously successful from that. Do you ever have any thoughts about that, Josh, or it's just like completely gone now? And
basically it's just completely gone. I didn't sort of think about it too much. I reckon coming back that following year, there was a few nerves and stuff like that, but other than that, I haven't thought about it. A lot of people ask, and you sort of you don't get sick of the question, but you sort of go, I don't think about it anymore, and it's just I think I changed my game a fraction just to keep out of that, and as you see now in the AFL and the way head high tackles and that are going, it's pretty well looked after, and it's full on as well. So
for sure. Now we spoke to Les last week about some of the umpiring and the talk of the blue card. How do you think the Loxton North crowd's going to go out there with the blue card then? Because they can get a bit rowdy on occasion.
Up in that shed on the top side there.
That echoes out a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I reckon it makes people look worse than what they are. Everyone has to dig at Loxton North.
They do.
I reckon we're fine.
I never noticed it when I played at Renmark. I always thought the Loxton North crowd was alright, but
they're pretty noisy. Pretty noisy, but it's good.
I think we've got to. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think we got guys that are very noisy and very loud and boisterous, I suppose, in what they say.
Yeah.
And I think they time it perfect to when they say things as well. So like, there's either a pause in the game or there's a decision that's being made, and it's clear as day. And obviously, a lot of people get annoyed. I read some stuff on there, say Footy Forum and that, and people get tuned up on from what Loxton North. They always get stuck into Loxton North supporters. How are they going to handle this? There'll be a few cards given out to those guys, but. Honestly, I don't think it's too bad. That's coming from a Loxton North player.
I reckon there's a bloke called Mick in Barmer who might be in a bit of strife.
I think every club's got a few. There's a few blokes that always overstep the mark, but most clubs are pretty good for the most part, I think. So.
Yeah. I think it's just passionate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And North are certainly passionate, that's for sure. All right, we'll quickly we'll get to the games, and we'll run through the Loxton North game first because Josh is here, and Willie's named unchanged lineup for you guys this week, so no niggling injuries or anything like that, or anyone to come back in a couple of weeks?
Obviously we got through Saturday unscathed, which is a good sign. He played his first game, which is good first game back in the A grade, which is good to have him back. We've still got Scott Mengetti to come back in, and Joe Westfold, and then our depth in the B grade's awesome, and a couple of under 18s as well. So there's guys there we probably look to use throughout the year as well. So. In the situation we're in, with good depth and good numbers, there's no point rushing guys back. So each guys will get another go. So
definitely,
I guess that's an advantage North could have over Berry later in the year. I mean, Berry are flying along, and it's great to see. But their depth isn't maybe what North is going through their twos, and I'm not so sure about their under 18s.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now, Renmark, at this stage, we haven't received word from person how they're travelling, but I'm under the belief that Trev Thorpe and Jared Rowe won't play again this weekend, and Justin Bollenhagen as well. So 3 big outs. Now they keep bringing in the young blokes, which is great for them. But they've got a number of quality B grade players in the run around in the twos at the moment that they're performing well, and I don't know whether they're ready to step up, not having watched them, but guys like Ben Townsend and Dylan Blackley have been playing well, so maybe this might be the week to bring up a few of the more senior guys in the side to bolster them. We'll get a tip from you, Mitch. Obviously Josh has gone Loxton North.
Yep, Loxton North for me too.
Yep, Loxton North for me as well. Do you want to do the next game, Mitch?
Yeah, look, I'll do that, and I'll also ask you about one player in the Wakery lineup, which you might have some info on. So we'll start with Barmera Monash though. We've got Danny Millard, Sam Butterworth and young Ken Carpenter, so 3 good ins, but outs we've got Ferenczi, the key forward, and Jake Smith, and I understand they might be reasonably serious injuries. Have you heard much about it?
No, I haven't heard a lot about it, but both very, very handy players to be missing out for Barmera Monash. So
yeah, absolutely. No outs for Wakery yet, but ins we've got Jared Byrne and Grant Van Rooyen, and the other fella Nick Salam Hassan. You can tell me a bit about him.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know huge.
Josh, you know something about him, mate?
Not really, other than what come up on the transfers last Friday. So we were sort of a bit up in the air whether he was going to play against us, and he obviously didn't. So I think the last time he played at Peak was in 2012.
Yeah, and Sturt before that.
Yeah, and Sturt before that. So
got a bit of a
there's a good pedigree there.
And Wakery just always manage to get that late mid-season recruit, don't they? From the SANFL. So it's good on them. It's fantastic news for the competition. What are our tips? Josh? You've seen both of them play. Who do you think will get up in this?
Yeah, I think obviously with those couple of outs in Barmera, Wakery probably, and those couple of ins for Wakery, I'll tip Wakery this week.
Yep.
Look, I think both teams' form lines are going in opposite directions, so I'll go for Wakery as well.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think Wakery. I didn't expect them to knock you guys off last week, but obviously having a chat to you and a few others, they seem to have got back on track. I think they'll get up in this one. So next game is Berry v Loxton. Ins for Berry are Brad Doling and Cale Trussell. I had the text Lefty to make sure it was Cale and not Zach. I would have loved to have seen old Zachy back up in the A's, former Pioneer footy rider. But Cale's coming back from Westies, obviously. And out's Mark Hamilton and Jamie Milburn. And I think one of those is injured and the other one's just unavailable. So, and they both kicked 4 goals last week for Berry, so they'll be big outs. And we haven't heard a lot from Loxton at this stage, but they're travelling along really nicely at the moment with Raph Little kicked 7 last week. Ben Gordon kicked 10 the week before that.
Yeah.
So they've got some big forwards up there, and it could be a big test for Berry's defence finally. It could put them really under the pump.
Yeah, it shaped as a ripper match, doesn't it? Loxton in great form and Berry unbeaten so far, so deserves a big crowd at league headquarters as well.
Yeah, definitely top of the table clash. Josh, you reckon this one, mate?
Yeah, I'll tick Loxton. I think they're going along all right at the moment. Everyone's starting to gel well together, and as far as I know, I don't think they'll have a changed lineup unless they've got injuries, and with Berry with a couple of those outs, so there's 8 goals straight away going. So I don't know much. I think that Mark Hamilton come up last year.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I don't know if he flies in and sort of stuff like that. But
I think he might be working. So
I'll tip Loxton.
Yep, Mitch.
Yeah, look, I think those couple of changes as well convinced me to go for Loxton.
Yep. No worries. I think I've tipped Loxton just about every week this week. I'm gonna get on Berry but I think Loxton are going to be pretty handy coming into the season. So
yep, absolutely.
No worries. We'll run through the independents now, Mitch.
Okay, well I'll start off the old rivals Marook, Kingston and Wunka. Now this would probably be
Captain's Day.
Captain's Day, yeah.
I imagine it would be.
The home game for Marook against Wunka every year. So look, we don't know the ins and outs. Marook must have been okay last week against Paringa. Wunka still looking for the first win, which is a bit of a surprise. But I'm going to go for the Warriors at home in this one.
Well, I think this one, it's whoever loses is gone for the year. Marook's got 1 win, Wunka doesn't have a win at this stage. Haven't seen both of them in the past 2 weeks. I think Marook, they've got the talent there, but just zero fitness. Apart from a select few, I think they'll get up just so, because I think just across the board they'll be able to cover Wunka.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah. I don't know. Only going on results I've seen in the paper. I might just tip Marook. Obviously, they've lost a few from last year's grand final team. I'm assuming. But then I sort of know I know the list of players that are at Wonka, and I can probably see just Marook knocking Wonka off. So
yeah, no worries. Next game is Lirrup and Ramco. Now Lirrup have got some big ins this week. They picked up Tyson Stowers, who's a former Paringa player, played there in 2012, I believe, which is a great pickup for them. And his brother, I think it's his brother, Clint Hendry, or stepbrother, or might be a mate or something like that. But they're pretty close anyway. But this guy's played a bit of footy at South Gawler, so it's a really good in for Lirrup. And Scott Nagel, Sam Hill, Brendan Groppler, and Travis Wilson all in. And Nookie Abdullah's got the tribunal tomorrow night or Thursday night. So whether he plays or not, I'm not sure.
What did he get reported for?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But got the red card, so...
Yep.
Sorry?
That's all right, go on.
All good. And Ramco, Maxi Bacon and Steve Heffernan, that's some big ends. They're centre-half forward and they're full forward. So, and Lockie Kane and Josh Russell out. So it's going to be a big one, that's for sure. Ramco going along pretty nicely. I reckon Lirrup might get over him though.
Yep, I'm tipping Lirrup by 5 or 6 goals, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'll go Ramco. Just because you guys tip.
That's all right.
Sorry.
It's probably not a bad theory.
No, that's right. Mitch, last game?
Last game, we've got Brownswell versus Cobby. Brownswell going really well. They haven't lost, have they?
Yeah. No, still undefeated. So.
Yeah, going really well, and so the place to be jumping out there. Ins, at this stage, we've got big Jesse Smith, Craig Hyde, Sean Martin and Brandon Martin, and outs Jason Berger, Mark McConnell and James Figott, so a couple of handy outs there. Cobby struggling at the moment, obviously. Ins, Tyson Andrews, Ben Markison, Scott Blockley, Cody Peterson and Matty Raisin. And outs Jason Goodfellow and Tristan Yates. So it looks a bit of a mismatch on paper, and that's probably how it will turn out on the giant Paroona Oval. So we'll tip the Bombers in that one.
Yeah, unfortunately it could get a bit ugly for the Eagles this weekend. I think Brownsville with all the ins and I think they'll win pretty easy.
But Josh is going to tip Cobby, is that right?
No, I'll tip Bernie. I'll give Bernie a bit of a plug since he didn't rock up. So.
Oh, nice.
No, they sent me flying out there, so
Yeah.
they got a good group, and obviously they enjoy playing footy together. So
I think they got a list of 35 or 36, and
Yeah.
Michael Reichstein's apparently signed back. So
yeah, Toby Reichstein's a relation to him, and he said that he signed back up to.
yeah,
I think he came from Walkerville. He must have played a couple of
Yeah,
games there this
down
year,
town.
and then come back. So team's going well, so we might as well come back.
that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Jump on board.
Yeah.
Very good. And just lastly, we will mention the Sapsaza footballers who are heading down to Adelaide this weekend. They're competing in Div 2 down there at West Lakes, and so just a bit of a shout out to them. Isaac Woolston, the captain from Monash Primary, and Jake Stokell is the vice captain from Mark St. Joseph. So all the best to the Riverland boys down there. Hopefully they do us proud. So. That's it for us today on Game Plan Online. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.
Much appreciated, mate, and all the best for this weekend.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.